on the outside. But I'm guessing once he got in with y'all, he was about as silly.
Whole other animal.
Any brief stories? Any legendary? Any his legacy of silliness with y'all?
His legacy was honestly playing 2K, the video game. I'm telling you, he was the best trash talker. Even if he was losing, he's going at somebody.
And y'all are full of trash talkers, even if you're
Yes,
losing.
and he was the best one. As much as I want to say Kevin, Bud, all of us, Bree, when it comes to 2K, nobody can out trash talk Bree. Like, he would, even if he's losing, he's like, it's okay, I'm gonna come back, I promise. And don't let him come back, because if you do, you're not gonna hear the end of it.
Has that erased any loss in the future?
Outgoing, with different backgrounds, you don't expect to mesh right away. But he was a lot more open than a lot of the other guys at first.
Really?
Yeah. To me, at least.
Yeah. Was there something? Did y'all have a little connection? It seems I got the impression it was a little bit quieter actually than
really.
Everybody coming in as freshmen is going to be kind of quiet.
Right. Some of the thing was like he was obviously good friends with Corsi. I was the same height, kind of hanging out with Corsi. I was just a little bit more outspoken, so it was a little sometimes easier to talk to me at times about certain things. But it was just like I said, we all meshed and
Before y'all were starting to be recruited?
No, we actually met after we both committed to Mercer. We started talking on Facebook and just every once in a while keeping up with each other, and then that's when we decided to be roommates because we were roommates for all 4 years. So
really?
We decided to be roommates before we even got to Mercer. We started talking just I think it was probably like the springtime.
Yeah.
Seeing how each other's teams were doing and things like that.
What got y'all to do that quick without really having much personal interaction?
Yeah, it's
this is just technology, and all of a sudden y'all have a connection.
Yeah, because we just, I think we started following each other on Facebook somehow after, because he committed before me, and I ended up committing later, because I committed after, I think I might have been one of the last ones, because I know, no, maybe Corsi committed before me too, because him and Corsi went to school together, but me and Corsi played AAU together.
Okay.
So I think he was kind of like the middleman in that.
What was it that? What was the connection? I mean, y'all are similar but different.
I think that's what really made us connection because we're different but the same at the same time. People always, even throughout Mercer, always walking around campus, people would confuse us every single day. I would get, Jibri, I'm looking around like, where's Jibri at? And I look around and, oh, you're Langston. And he'll come up to me and be like, man, somebody was calling me Langston again today. Sometimes my mom would do the same thing after the game. My mom would be like, Langston. Jibri would turn around. She's like, you're not my son. So it's just, everyone does it. Because we have a similar body build, everything. So.
He was more of a man.
Yeah.
I mean, he was more mature than I'll say personally, he was more mature than I was coming in. And, we all showed each other the ropes of, we just played for each other. We practiced for each other. We, helped each other out on schoolwork, just whatever it was, it was, the maturity definitely was there when I could see it just in his, I can't think of the words,
Actions
his outward appearance was just, he was focused. I mean, he was a goal setter. He was a goal setter.
I do agree in some sense that he never caught that break, but, looking at it from a positive standpoint, he did still overcome a lot, and he was able to, last year, he started the whole year, and that was awesome to see. He got big minutes, had a bunch of amazing games. He was our best defender, especially on the ball. He guarded the best player every time, and he just had a knack for scoring. He wasn't necessarily a consistent shooter or a slasher, but he could still give you 20 points a game just because he'll see how the defense is guarding him and has nice pump fakes and change of direction. So, he could never catch that break, I guess, to get to whatever, but I think he's still, last year, seeing the year he had, and even this year, again, had the scope, and so he had to sit out, but, the last few games where he came back, he did great, and so I'm happy and remember that.
Jibri was very, I don't know what the word, but it took a while for him to open up, I guess would be the best way to put it, but once he knew we were in the same circle as he was and wanted the best for him and we're going to tackle basketball together and go through this thing together. He was in his element.
Very rarely had anything negative to say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sometimes, of course, his knee injury would get to him, and it's like, But at the end of the day, it was never anything that he would nag on and hang his head over. He would always have his head up.
What when you meet somebody early on, you get an impression of them that's the early impression,
Mm-hmm.
and then when a few years go by and everybody grows up a little bit, people end up being a little different. Was there anything different about him by the time he left that you like? Well, he's.
Honestly, he got wiser. I mean, because me and him, like when I first got here, I struggled on the court, not off the court, but on the court, I struggled a lot. And me and him sat down and had a lot of conversations together because, I mean, through his experiences, I knew he struggled also. So me and him, and then after my junior year, we actually became roommates, and we just became very, very close. So I would say the wisdom that he had through the first 2 years that he was here, he actually spread that to me and told me how he got through things, and it helped me to become the player I was going forward.
Sounds like he's a little bit older than his years.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, because, I mean, in one of the interviews I was watching of him, recently, he said his grandma never missed a game. And that really, I think she really rubbed off on him. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, every time since he was my roommate, me, Lang, and him and Ike, when we were roommates, they would always come hang out after the game for a little bit when they could, bring food. But that's the best part.
Good people.
Yeah, definitely good people, and you can tell that she was one person that definitely rubbed off on him, and I think that went along with his overall personality.
When y'all spent so much time together in anything.
Yeah, we never would have thought anything like this could happen to any of our guys. So it was just a tragedy, really. I told you, it still doesn't even feel real sometimes. Just seeing people talking about it and saying things about it, it's just like, man, I just want to see my boy one more time. Because I hadn't seen him since the summer. We talked a few times during the year. He was telling me his knee was hurting, but he just got back. So we still were in contact and talking a lot because when we were at Mercer, though, we were really, really close. I told you we were roommates all 4 years, always together on campus. So it just still doesn't even seem real sometimes.
I had a conversation relatively recently with him just about, kind of what we were talking about, how coach was honest, and, when you're going through it, you're kind of upset, what's going on, why is he all over us? But looking back, it's, Coach Hoffman knows exactly what he's doing, and he was setting us up for something bigger than basketball. And I know it was hard for Bree to have us all be away, after how tight we were. And obviously he had a leadership role on this team and loved to be the leader for this team here.
Right. He's really competitive, but he's a little quiet, but once you talk to him and if you're on his team and stuff, and he opens up to you, you kind of see the dynamic of his personality. He's not like you said, he's not the loudest or he's not going to walk in the room and just be, full personality, but once you talk to him and he opens up, and I think that's what the fans responded to. All the fans loved him, when he went around and high-fived and winning the Good Works Team Award and just at these elementary schools, he's not the loudest one, but when he speaks, his words are heard and they mean a lot.
And then came the crap talking during 2K battles.
Oh yeah,
where the other Jibri came out.
Exactly. Yeah, Madden and 2K, he would let everybody know he thought he was the best for sure.
The on-court humility was gone.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was the biggest talker of all y'all.
For 2K, probably I would say him or Ike was for sure.
If you were ahead, you didn't let him come back. That erased any other loss he had.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was just real laid back and chill. He wasn't trying to be wild and just all, want to be the center of attention. He was just real chill and laid back, and that's where I think we connected it because we were both the same way. We didn't really want to always be on the move, running around, doing crazy stuff. We just chilled, wanted to play basketball, wanted to get our work done, and make some for lifetime friends. I think that's what we ended up doing.